Hello, everybody. Welcome to this edition to Understanding Your Health. I'm Todd Scarborough, along with Dr. Tom Butler. And Tom, as we always do, we sit here and rap about issues. And you know, when we were talking earlier in prepping for the show, we talked about the importance of being proper weight and also cleansing the body. And that all goes back to food. If you're trying to lose weight, and most of the people, I tell them, you don't want to lose weight, you want to lose fat. You know, you lose weight, you lose muscle. And in the body itself, without talking and addressing people's food supply here, we're really not doing them any service. Vitamin supplements, important, certainly, nourishing the body, all of those things. But it goes back to what you're eating on a regular basis. And so there's several parts when you're talking food, one of which everyone thinks of, weight loss. Okay, so that's a big thing. You know, diet's a four-letter word. And when we start talking about diet, the biggest problem that I see, the reason people are overweight in this country is laziness, number one, but also, too, it can come back down to ignorance. People just, and ignorance is not a bad word, folks. This means you don't know. And there's a lot of people that are ignorant as far as how their body works, about how foods affect them. So let's take a second and you tell me, as far as, and you see this on a regular basis, as far as diet and exercise, what do you think the most important things, and we always try to bring this down to small bullet points for people. Let's go over these basic fundamentals when it comes to fat loss and how to eat to lose weight and normalize your body weight.
My basic approach is start at the very, very basic. So the easiest way to lose, and you can do it, and it'll help your body weight loss forever. It helps maintain a proper. So if you're thin, it'll help you gain. If you're overweight, you'll lose. So the best diet is something that you could stay on from now on. And I would call you, and if you're overweight, I would call you in a month, and you'd say, well, I'm losing weight. If you were thin, I'd call you in a month, and you'd say, well, I'm gaining some muscle. So that's where my approach is. I would like to tell you something that I don't have to come back in 6 months and say, ooh, the FDA just turned all that, you know, that's bad for you.
And we see that a lot, because what they're trying to do now, especially from the drug approach, is they're trying to come up with some magic bullet. People want that magic pill that they can sit on the couch and eat, you know, all the snack foods they want and magically lose weight. It does not exist. And when it comes to this, and like you were talking about, it's a very simple approach. When you look at it, it's not hard, because what you were just talking, you could put somebody on an eating plan, and a frail person would gain weight from it. Someone who is overweight and obese would lose weight. And it comes down to basic principles. And I know with you agree with me here. And that's what we want to do on this show, folks, is kind of give you some idea of the very basics that you can apply to your life. And think about it, Tom. You know, you've got a lot of these diet and exercise programs out there, but there's no way you can apply them to your lifestyle. They're way too busy, takes way too much time. It's money on top of that, and it's confusing as well. So what Tom and I try to do, you know, local boys here try to come with some very simple information, and that's kind of how you think, Tom, as well as I, is that we try to deduce things down. Instead of ramping subjects up, we're trying to bring it down to basic, common denominators, basically. So the common denominator when it comes to weight loss, first and foremost, I tell people, it's frequency of meal. It's about eating frequently throughout the day.
Or even less than that. Just start off. Just start people drinking water.
Well, there you go.
So, like with kids, this is funny, because see, with kids, I don't really want to get into anything complicated, because they don't remember hardly. They would have stopped watching us, you know, 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
But with them, I do things like, don't eat when you watch TV. Drink 4 glasses of water a day. If an average person would drink 4 cool glasses of water a day, they would lose almost 2 pounds a month. So isn't that nice? You don't have to be a surgeon. You don't have to, you know, you just drink water. And if it's cold, you burn a little more calories.
Yes.
So, and then a lot of the kids will lose weight because they eat food that's not measured. They eat a bag of something while they're watching TV. They eat a bag of something while they're running the computer. And so all I do to change that is like, you can eat. I even let them get away with almost all the foods. But if you get them away from those objects, they tend to not be as interested in eating, actually. So they eat a limited supply. They're full. Then they go play with their computer, their TV, and then they lose weight. So, I mean, Todd, I mean, I know we can get really complex, and there's probably some really brilliant people watching this that want some really fancy thing. But I had a diet center for 2 years, and I was very successful with it. But over the period of time, I used all the programs. I used powders and different potions and all these things. But the two things that the people that kept the weight off, when they kept it off, who are they? They walk and they drink water. So, I mean, Todd, let's get into the other stuff, but, you know, mostly vegetables, because that helps clean you out as well as give you bulk. And we need more fiber in America anyway.
Oh, no doubt.
So those are my favorite things. And then I get them to eating more lean meats, and then a few nuts here and there. And don't not eat. That's
the
like
worst thing. And ladies, we're going to talk to you about that when we get back, because women tend to do that. They get up in the morning and say, "Oh, I don't like looking like this. I'm not going to eat anything ever again." Yes, you will, and then you're going to gain a whole lot of weight after that. So hang on. We're going to talk to you a little bit about here, touching on the very basics. And Tom, that's great that we even go back to the very fundamentals of water and such as that. So we'll get further into this subject, folks. Simplify it for you and get you on track to normalize your weight. Stick around. You're watching Understanding Your Health with Tom Butler, Todd Scarborough. We'll be back after the break.